folks. Welcome back to Mr. Wilson's Cooking Shack. Even though years I've been cooking, I do mean years. Mama started teaching me when I was around, I think maybe 11.
Probably younger than that.
Yeah, probably younger than that. But I'm still learning stuff. Even though I've been alive and cooking all that stuff, you just never get done learning. So today we're gonna try salmon patties, which I confess I have never attempted on my own. Honestly, I thought it was just flour salmon. Shows you how much I knew. According to the lady behind the camera, start as you do with most of this stuff, opening a can. Pour the juice off into a separate container.
Yep.
I must confess that does not look appetizing. What do you do with the cheese?
In a minute, you're going to add, not now, you're going to add a teaspoon of baking powder and mix it in with your
So
salmon.
do that right now.
Right. You want to go ahead and clean the bones out of the salmon.
Oh, yeah, fork.
And the puppies love those bones.
This whole spinal column.
Oh yeah. Don't put them in your big bowl though.
I've already started doing.
Well, I'll get you put you a paper plate and put them in there.
Okay.
Because you want to separate those out.
To me.
Put the bones in the paper plate.
Well, I knew that.
Then dump your salmon out and it'll be easier to find the bones.
Just dump it out on here.
No, when you're mixing bowl.
You're starting to real confused.
Okay, dump your salmon in your mixing bowl. Now, use your fork and separate the meat and pull out the bones. Because it'll usually be one strip of bones. One whole, like, spinal.
Ah,
That's why it's easier once you take it out of the can to get the bones. Because once you get that group of bones, it's usually about all there is in there. Okay, now put your egg in it. One egg.
one egg.
Dice up your onion, put that in there. Salmon patties are a lot like anything else. There's a lot of different recipes.
It didn't look like it was ever very hard. There's just apparently a lot of steps involved.
More involved than you knew, huh?
Yeah. That goes with just about all recipes when it comes to cooking.
But they're still pretty simple. And it makes a can of tuna go pretty far.
Tuna.
Sorry, salmon.
I imagine you could probably do this with tuna too.
Probably. Although tuna is more expensive. You can do it with mackerel.
Mackerel?
Mm-hmm. Mackerel's pretty much canned fish, just like that is.
Oh, that's right. We did it with mackerel one time.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't too bad. Couldn't hardly tell the difference.
Nope.
Honestly.
And I think if I'm not mistaken, mackerel is actually cheaper than salmon.
Maybe you can do this with buffalo.
Well, yeah, if you pressure cook it.
Yeah.
A lot of people.
It's a red meat fish.
A lot of people do carp this way.
Really?
Mm-hmm. You pressure cook the carp. It's like a mashed potatoes. So I'm sure you could make patties out of it.
Yeah, it should be fine. You put this directly in there.
Yep.
Oh, wait, that was a strong one. Oh.
Make you cry.
Oh, that'd make you tear up for sure.
They say the stronger the onion, the healthier it is. That should be a healthy
Nice,
onion.
Healthy farm over there in Georgia. Alright, this gets mixed up together with, said, 4 heapings of flour.
Okay, now is when you want to put the juice in them. So you want to take your juice.
Oh, clean up my area here. I'm standing dirty working area. Making powder.
1 teaspoon.
1 teaspoon. A heaping teaspoon or just a teaspoon?
A level teaspoon. And it's going to foam up as you mix it. Might hold it up where everybody can see it. It's kind of foaming up. The purpose is to make the patties lighter, fluffier. And dump it in with your salmon. And your flour. Might want to mix your mixture up a little bit before you start putting flour in it.
Alright.
That way you make sure it's uniform. I've also used lemon pepper in this recipe before. It's pretty good.
Lemon pepper.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I bet that would be really good. See, folks, tips from a lifelong cook. Listen to your elders. Take one of my favorite things to do. Go in the old barber shops where the old parts go. Remember when I was a kid, just sit there and listen to old folks' stories.
They got lots of stories.
Oh, yeah. And not a lot of people around to tell it to, a lot of times.
Yeah, a lot of people nowadays, especially, they don't want to take time to listen.
Yeah.
Too busy with the phone or running or...
Mm-hmm.
I think we need to slow down.
Slow down a little bit. And if you want, go volunteer at a nursing home.
They
Tell
would love
stories
it.
to old folks.
Or listen to their stories.
Yeah.
It would mean the world to them.
Oh yeah, it mean a whole lot more than them than it would to you, I guarantee you that. You may feel a little bit better after the visit, but they'll be remembering that all week long. Actually got to listen and do something besides supper. Alright.
Heap 'em up.
Heap 'em up.
Heap 'em up.
2, 3.
That's a Texas heaping tablespoon right
That's
there.
a heaping tablespoon right there. Okie doke. And now I just stir again.
Yep.
So it's literally somewhere between salmon and fried bread.
Kinda. I mean, I'm sure you could add jalapenos or spice those up however you want to spice them up. It'd probably be pretty good if you like peppers.
Yeah, I was thinking about throwing some black pepper in it.
Sorry, it's over here on the table. You probably want to salt them too.
Yeah, that is something that's always missing from this toast. It just grows legs and walks off on a regular basis. Luckily, I keep a salt shaker all to myself. Mediterranean sea salt. Which I guess you could call that Greek sea salt. I don't know.
Mm. They should still be kind of gooey, kind of tacky.
Oh yeah, that's tacky. It's gooey. It's like biscuit dough almost.
But able to smush into a spoon, the scoop,
Oh yeah.
which is what you're going to do when you drop them in the pan.
Right. Move this over here. This here. This to the side. We'll just bring her in over to the island so the folks can see what I'm doing. That way I ain't sitting there staring at my backside. I think this is how the folks on TV do it.
You want to kind of smush it against the sides.
Push it against the side.
That way you get a good solid scoop. There you go.
And how much do you build it up?
I usually just do a spoonful like that and kind of mush it a little bit, where they're not thick but not thin. Kind of one of those things that's hard to describe. I don't usually make them real big.
was asking. I didn't know whether I should like double them up, whether that little, what seems like a little scoop.
Of course, the more you get in that spoon, the bigger your patty will be. You just kind of want to pat them down, make them spread out a little bit. You don't want them too thick, then you're going to have to cook them a little longer to get them done. Or salmon is already cooked. You can just open the can, eat it out canned if you want to.
Yeah.
But,
well, that's the deal with canning stuff. They don't can stuff that's raw. Anything you get out of a can, it's already cooked. As part of the canning process. Which dates all the way back to Napoleon Bonaparte.
really?
Yeah, his army was the first army to have preserved food on the battlefield. They figured out how to can it up into mason jars. Napoleon's army.
What, in the 50s when they created the can
Actual
itself?
cans?
Actual metal can?
No, that's I want to say the early 1900s or maybe into, no, oh wait.
I was thinking
They
it
had
was
canned
World War
goods in the
One.
1800s.
I thought it
Certain
was.
areas had canned goods in the 1800s, not all. They weren't able to ship them broadly. They didn't have the preserving process down yet, but they had metal cans in the 1800s.
I thought they really perfected it though during the First World War.
It started getting there, and then by World War II, all soldiers have field rations. They were all in metal cans. In fact, I've seen videos of old World War II veterans opening up a can of beans that he had in his rations and then eating them. This was like in the 80s.
Oh wow.
So it'd been in that can for like 40 years. They ate. I wouldn't recommend that.
No.
But, hey, it's what you want to do. Go for it, old timer. I'm sure he survived a whole lot more. But, yeah, we're going to put this on the stove. And we're going to do a cut. And I'll be back to you. Well, so far, folks, they ain't looking too bad. Starting to brown. They look like salmon patties. Heck, I may be a decent cook yet. On a side note, for side today, we're going simple. So we're taking a can of taters, a can of new potatoes, a can of Italian green beans, throwing about a 1/8 of a stick of butter in there, and we're just gonna boil them for our little side here. I don't know, for some reason it sounded good with salmon. Yeah, actually look edible. Imagine that. There you have it, folks. Salmon patties with a side of green beans and new potatoes. I don't know why they call them new potatoes, but they're sliced taters, whatever you want to call them, in a can. And salmon patties cooked to their nice and crispy. I do believe that'll do it for tonight, folks. Y'all have a good one.